the fun part, we are looking at the uses. So polynomials are used in day-to-day stuff. Eh, Companies use it, and in complex things also polynomials are used. So when I talk about day-to-day stuff, say you want to buy few of the fruits and vegetables. So the math you do in your head, that's also polynomial. The machines that work and gives you the end amount that you have to pay is again polynomials. So the machine would have been fed with a particular expression and it works it out and gives you the amount. Okay. Companies like taxi services or quite a few companies, logistics, so on and so forth, they too use polynomials. We have complex things like launching a rocket, right? This too uses polynomials. So launching a rocket, landing it as well. So we have seen a company doing that. I mean, that's like the next version of space travel, right? So all this is possible because of polynomials. So please do appreciate what you're learning. So when you appreciate, you'll learn better and you'll enjoy it more. Always remember, whatever effort you're putting now, it will come back in making you understand things and apply things which are next generation, the next version of civilizations. Okay, so we're looking at few more specific application. City planning. So when we talk about city planning, it's must that you have water supply. So you can predict how much water you will need, provided your population growth is happening at this rate. So metropolitan cities, they keep growing. Delhi, my family members used to tell that it was pretty small and now it's growing to be such a big place now. Mumbai too happened to be a small place, and in time it has grown, it will keep growing. So cities, all the metropolitan cities, it happens to it, right? So parallelly, we need better facilities. More than better, everyone should get equal facilities. Good water, good connectivity is must. So to plan, right, we need to predict. If not, without prediction, if you try to do something, especially such things wherein it will affect a lot of people in the future, if you don't do a good assessment and planning, things won't be convenient. I mean, many cities in India are not well planned. There are few cities which are well planned, right? I'm sure you would have seen that. But yeah, old cities are not well planned, and they're really congested when you're talking about waste management, when you're talking about sewage treatment, water supply, right? Buildings, green space. They're not in comparison to what the actual population is it not? So this is very important, and again, polynomial helps in doing this. So say you have a graph talking about this is time and this is population. So people put across the graph and they predict and stuff like that. So something like this and so on and so forth, right? So graph is an important aspect of all of this, polynomials. So under city planning, we also have traffic planning. So I'm sure you guys would have faced a lot of traffic when you travel in metropolitan city or any kind of city, especially the peak hours and in the main roads. So to control that and better coordination, we need planning as well. Again, polynomial helps in doing that. So how does it help? Well, you need to express the behavior in mathematical form. So how do you express that? That is an in-depth mathematical aspect. So when we come across word problems, I'll introduce few of the idea. So here too, you're talking about a particular set of time, frame of time, and we're looking at traffic and looking at the traffic and growth depending on the prediction. Traffic controllers can help reduce the traffic by diverting some of the traffic to roads which are much freer. It might be longer, but people will reach to their destination faster. So such prediction and things like that, algorithms help. So yeah, in future we're looking at traffic being controlled by artificial intelligence. Like in movies, they show that is not something which is just in movies. In time, you'll be seeing that in reality as well. So in medical research as well, we use polynomials. So we're looking at things like, say, a scientist does a study of an organism, multiplying into multiple organism in a given set of time. This is what they observe, and to predict, okay, if it's happening with this particular set of time, say 10 minutes, I'm looking at one being multiplied to this many, right? So next, say 10 days or say 20 days, right? What is that I'm looking at? How many bacteria or how many virus or whatever it might be, how many of that am I looking at? So this too uses graph and prediction and stuff. So first is you have to study this, express this observation mathematically and plot it. Okay, so medical research also happens with something like predicting, virus and stuff. So you have a person, right, coughing and sneezing and stuff. So he or she will infect for a given frame of time 3 people, and they in turn cough and sneeze and stuff. So this person happened to infect 3 people in say 2 hours. So the scientist will be able to predict, okay, in the next 1 week, how many people will get affected if the trend continues. So such prediction too can be made with the help of polynomials. Okay, so next we are looking at economist using polynomials to predict the growth of money, inflation, right? I'm talking about inflation. So even people like normal people also use inflation, right? So when you're talking about future planning, like retirement plans, people do that. People now are very much aware of inflation and policies and stuff. Maybe in matter of time, 10 more years, and you guys also will be doing this. So you too will be using polynomials, you too will be using algorithms. Whatever stream you go to, inflation and something is something which will affect you guys. It will affect everyone, right? So what is inflation and what is that I'm talking about money and stuff? How is it related? I'm sure you would have read it, or if you don't understand it, please do try to understand it. Do a web search and try to understand it. So again, prediction of the growth of money or value of a particular item can be done with the help of polynomials. One more thing wherein economists are involved is to look into employment. So India and other growing countries have a lot of youth, and employment is a very important aspect in such places. So when you're looking at a person being employed in a particular field in 2022, and in the same field in 2 years we see 3 people being hired for that particular field, like 2 more people. So in total 3 people being hired in next 2 years. It's not a good trend, but yeah, if you want to predict, okay, in next 5 years how many people will be employed in this field, that too economist will be able to do with the help of polynomials. So not only such serious things, we have fun things as well, wherein we use polynomials, things like designing roller coasters. So we have the loop, and we have the small dip and hills, and we have the banking turns. This too can be represented, designed using polynomials, literally. So this is made up of combination of 3 circles. I mean, how is it so? It will be tough for me to explain now, but yeah, maybe in time I'll add a another set of video explaining this. So this particular wavy structure can be represented using trigonometry, which you guys will be studying. And the bending, pretty much all of it can be represented with trigonometry. But yeah, I'm trying to point out the simplest version of whatever the representation may be. So bank turns, you have turns which are banked, like to the left banking, right banking. So this concept of banking is also useful for your road design, right? Roads are also banked, flyovers are banked, race course roads are banked, tracks are banked. So banking is also an important aspect, and this too you will be studying in higher grades. But yeah, we need polynomials to handle and predict and design this. So designing machines, again we use polynomials. The movement of machines can be represented with polynomials, graphing and all of that. So this, I'll try to have a video exclusively for this. It's fun, right? So a toy made up of paper, which talks about a normal engine or maybe a simple movement. Okay, so I'll try to do that. Let me see how successful I'll be. But yes, there are a lot of uses of polynomials, and I'm just talking about few of it, and I'm aware of few of it. There are many things which I'm not even aware of. So there's so many. I mean, pretty much everywhere polynomials are used.